next experiment. Next experiment I am going to start is next experiment I am going to start is study of circulator and isolator. Study of circulator and isolator. Before going to the study of circulator and isolator, this one we are calling as a micro test bench. This one we are calling as a micro test bench. Here, this is Klystron tube. What is the main function of this Klystron tube? It is going to generate the micro signals. In order to generate the micro signals, it requires proper voltage and current that is supplied by Klystron power supply. Here in Klystron power supply, I already told you that some of the things you have to keep in mind. First, you have to switch on the power switch. Next, HT switch should be on. Next, meter selector should be current. Beam voltage should be minimum. Modulation should be AM. Okay, Rippler voltage should be maximum. And here we have to keep the current such that it should be not more than 20 milliamps. If you are keeping more than 20 milliamps, what will happen? Our Klystron tube will be damaged. Okay. These are some of the adjustments in Klystron power supply. After generating this micro signals by the Klystron tube, next we are passing into the isolator. What is the main function of the isolator? Means it passes the signals in only one direction. Okay, unidirectional. Output of this isolator we are giving to the variable attenuator. What is the main function of this variable attenuator? Means with the help of this variable attenuator, inside there is a piston. If you are rotating like this, it will block the main waveguide. Okay. How much if you want to put attenuation, with the help of this variable attenuator we can do the attenuation. Next we are passing into the output of this variable attenuator we give to the frequency meter. With the help of this frequency meter we can measure the frequency of the signal transmitted by our Klystron tube. Next, output of the frequency meter we are giving to the slotted line carriage. What is the main function of the slotted line carriage? Means with the help of this we can find VSWR. What do you mean by VSWR? Means voltage standing wave ratio. How to find VSWR? Means Vmax divided by V minimum. Here next is the output of this slotted line carriage we are connected the circulator. What is this circulator? See, circulator is a device in which ports are arranged such that energy entering into the port is coupled to the adjacent port. See, here it is a clockwise direction. If you are, for example, if you are giving the input voltage in the port 1, you have to measure only in the adjacent port. Port 2 only you have to measure. You can't measure in the port 3. Okay, it is designed like that. For example, if you are feeding the input in the port 2, you have to measure at the output at the port 3 in the clockwise direction only. Okay, like this you have to take down the readings in this one circulator. See here, what I have done is I connected input here. Input I am giving here to the port 1. In the adjacent port is port 2. I am taking the readings here. I am taking the output in the port 2. Here I want to note down now. What I want to note down means I want to note down VSWR reading. How to note down this VSWR meter reading? Okay. Here port 1 is input port. Here port 1 is input port. Port 1 is I had done input. I want to measure Vmax and V minimum here. See here. I am moving the short that is a variable that is a short towards source here. Okay. See, we can see maximum signal where you will get it. Okay. This is the maximum signal. This one we are calling as a Vmax. Here 2.2 into 0.2. 2.2 into 0.2 volts. Okay, Vmax. Similarly, you have to move the short like this. Next, you will get V minimum. Next, 2 into 0.2 volts. Okay, 2 into 0.2 volts. Like that, you will get the, with the help of this, the slotted line carriage, you will get the Vmax and V minimum. With the help of this, we can find VSWR. VSWR is equal to Vmax divided by V minimum. Vmax and V minimum, you will get it from the, you already got from the, taken the readings from the slotted line carriage. Okay. With the help of this, you will get the value of VSWR here. After getting these readings, immediately you have to connect to the this VSWR meter. Here, what are the things you have to keep in mind in VSWR meter means meter selector should be normal. This gain knob should be maximum. Input selector should be 200 ohm XTEL. Okay, these are the some of the arrangements we have to do in a VSWR meter. After connecting here, you have to vary this range now. Where you are going to, needle will reflex or it will show reading. That point you have to stop it and take down the reading. See here, the cursor is in 50. 50 plus, see here where I am seeing is there are two red scales are there. One is expanded dB, another one is dB. I am taking readings at the dB, 0 to 10 dB scale. Here it is showing 4. Okay, it is showing at, now it is showing 7. 7 plus 50, how much? 7 plus 50, 57. That is put negative sign. That is minus 57 dB. 7 plus 50, you put negative sign in front of that because we are measuring the gain here. Okay, like that. Similarly, now we are connected port 1, we are taken the readings at the port 2. Similarly, next what you have to do, you have to give the input to the port 2, see the output at the port 3. Take down Vmax and Vminimum and find the power. Okay. Similarly, next port 3 is input, you have to take the 3 possibilities. You have to port 3, you have to give the input and take the output at the port 1. Like this, you have to take down the VSWR meter readings for the 3 ports. First one, port 1 is input, port 2 you have to take, port 2 is input, port 3 you have to take, port 3 is input, port 1 you have to take. Okay. That is with respect to the VSWR meter reading. After coming to the power readings, okay, same as usual, because whenever we are feeding the port 1 is input, we have to take port 2 is the output. Now port 2 we have to see the output here. We already taken that. Okay, how much? 50 here, 60 plus 2 minus 62. Okay, this is power at the minus 62 dB is the power. Next, similarly, port 1 we are given input, port 2 we have taken the output power. Similarly, port 2 you have to give the input, you have to port 1 you are given the input, no, you have to take at the port 2. Next, wherever you are taking the readings, you have to connect the detector. Okay. Next, what you have to do? Port 2 you have to remove the detector in the port 2. You have to connect to port 3, and port 2 should be match terminated, and you have to take down the readings here, P3 readings. That power you have to measure. Okay. Similarly, next possible combination is if you are feeding input, we are taking as a input is port 2. At that time, what are the possible combinations? We have to take the power P1, P3. Similarly, if your port 3 is input, other possible combinations are P1 and P2. There you have to take down the power. Okay. With the help of these things, you can find the insertion loss, isolation loss. Okay, insertion loss and isolation loss. This is with respect to the circulator. Okay, same holds good for the isolator also. Actually, this experiment is a combination of study of circulator and isolator. How we are studied for circulator, same for isolator also. Here instead of circulator, we have to connect the isolator here, and this is the port 1. We have to feed here, and we have to take the output here with the help of this detector, and we have to note down the readings. Okay, P1 input we have to note down the Vmax and Vminimum. We have to same procedure. Vmax and Vminimum you have to take. Next, afterwards, you have to take down the power. Next, port 2 you have to feed input. You have to take the output at the port 1. At that time, Vmax and Vminimum you have to take down. And next one, power readings. In the power readings also, what you have to do? Whenever if you are giving the port 1 is input, you have to note down the power at the port 2 with the help of VSWR meter. Similarly, port 2 input if you are giving is, you have to see the output at the port 1 in this one. Okay. How we are done for circulator, same procedure should be also good for isolator also. Okay. What is the difference between this circulator and isolator means? See, in the isolator, what will happen means, if you are feeding the signals, it is unidirectional. It is unidirectional means, if you are feeding the signal in the input here, you will get the output here, you will get maximum signal. If you are second port is input port, next you are taking the that is output at the port 1, next you will get a lot of attenuated signal. Okay. Very weak signals you will get it. That's why better to take the signals in the only one direction. That's why it is called unidirectional. The isolator will be actually a unidirectional device. Thank you.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್